Record. Okay. So now, so now everything is recording, and I'm very glad to say that I have finally finished my exams. I am done with school for the next 2 to 3 months until August. It's a big sigh of relief. Like any other overachieving Singaporean, I always put a lot of pressure on myself when it comes to exams. Having said that, the total amount of time that I spent studying for the 2 modules or 2 papers that I had to sit for is a total combined of maybe 2 hours worth of studying, compared with my colleagues who put up like days, like 6 hours a day for like a week or something. I don't know how long they spend studying. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, this is a follow-up video to the initial one that I did a few days ago about the Kohlberg, his stages of moral development for an individual. And in it, I proposed that, and what I wanted to bring out today is the idea that this is a follow-up video to the video that I did before, to give you examples and illustrations of how it's very hard for us in Singapore to be able to reach the upper 2 levels of his stages of moral development, basically the social contracts portion as well as the ethical principle portion. So let me give you an example. In Singapore, the kids that go through school, and we know that education, school is a very important part in forming and shaping and molding the minds of our youth today. And we put them through the education system, and one of the requirements that they have to do, they have to fulfill, is this idea of community involvement projects. So they will go around looking for worthy causes to volunteer their time with. At my work center, they come to my center, they ask for different things that they can be involved in. Sometimes we ask them to help out the elderly, sometimes we ask them to give tuition to needy families, kids from needy families. So that one of the things is about CIP that worries me, and I'm reading from the website. What I did was I ran a search on community involvement programs in Singapore. And it says that this is the CIP way in schools leads to a kinder, gentler Singapore. And it says that CIP and service learning activities aim to nurture in students social responsibility and to develop a sense of belonging and commitment to the nation. Community work also teaches students the value of service and help in the development of lasting friendships. Blah, 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 blah. And there's also a very great impact that these community involvement programs have on a student's academic results. Impact on academic aggregates. Accumulated CIP service points can help a student to get to a school or course of choice by lowering the aggregate by a maximum of 2 points. A student commented on a forum post, "This could mean a lot when you're considering cutoffs for JCs. A student who has put in at least 100 CIP hours can attain the maximum of 5 CIP points, service points." And as another student forum post put it, "There's nothing to stop one from doing more, which helps to develop character and hardware." I really wonder about this, because if you are rewarding students with service points, isn't that part of the lowest or second lowest tier where you talk about punishment and rewards that influence an individual's behavior? And this also asks the person to participate in CIP programs because they have a vested self-interest in it. And this doesn't really bring the student up to the higher levels where they're doing it because they really want to do it out of character and hardware. So it really bamboozles me why the education system would intentionally give points. I mean, if you want to help people, then you do it because you want to help people, not because you're going to get points out of doing it. Yeah, so anyway, that's the first point. Second is a recent article or rather it's not an article, it's a commentary, a letter in that he sent into the paper, in a Today paper, which says, Varsity support for LGBT youth in Singapore. So we agree with the letter writer in LGBT youth at higher risk of suicide, more support needed, that school leaders should pay attention to fostering safe, healthy environments. There are several student groups providing support for LGBT students in our universities and varying levels of institutional support. Blah, 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 blah. So what I wanted to make, the point that I wanted to make is LGBT or homosexuality or same-sex relationships, blah, whatever you want to call it, there's a law that prohibits relationships or sexual relations between people of the same gender. And this, because it's criminal, so it's a law. So it's stage 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or 3, whichever one, the middle ones. There's a law that prohibits you from doing it. And it's also against the majority of the social majority of the people in Singapore about their own beliefs that people of same sex shouldn't be in relationships with each other. So why is it that universities would want to support a cause when it is clearly contravening the 3 and 4 of this particular, moral ladder? And the answer is simple, because if you reject a gay person outright in the way that these policies set out, it is actually detrimental to that person's well-being. And so people who understand this would say that this is part of the social construct, that our values, our laws, these are all man-made. These expectations are all man-made. And why would we want to intentionally follow something that when we know that it is detrimental to a person's well-being? So therefore, if you want to take a principled stand against it, then you would say, yeah, these homosexual people, they do deserve love, care, and concern from in the community, and therefore they deserve to have mutual support from other people, and so therefore these groups exist. Yeah. So basically, that's my 2 points to highlight the difference in. I mean, two examples to highlight this particular moral reasoning ladder. Hope you enjoyed the video. Now, before I forget, I've been meaning to ask you, the viewer, to kindly like my video if you find that I make some sense in this video. And if you like to see me produce more of these videos, click subscribe as well, down below, somewhere, down there. Yeah, thanks.